this is Helen from Modern Pepper. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today we will be making Ssamjang, and Ssamjang is a sauce, or you could also think of it as a condiment that is used to make lettuce wrap. And lettuce wrap is commonly used to have with Korean barbecue. Now, it is also commonly used to have just with anything. I mean, you don't have to have it with Korean barbecue. So you could also have it with grilled fish, or you could have it without any protein. This is sort of a Korean version of salad where you put together a medley of vegetables, and you could pick your lettuce of your choice, whether it's Boston lettuce, red leaf lettuce, romaine lettuce, and you have your medley of peppers. These are sweet peppers, and then these are slightly semi-sweet peppers that you can find at any Korean grocery store. And then some sliced up cucumbers and some carrots, and you dip it in this Ssamjang sauce. And this is super easy to make. And I'm going to share with you 3 options of making the Ssamjang. One is the easiest option, which is you could buy this package, and any Korean grocery you go to will have these green boxes, and typically most of the time it's in green color, and this is Ssamjang. So this is just, you take it out of your box, you put it on a plate, and then you drizzle some sesame oil and some toasted sesame seeds, as you can see in the footage next to me. And that's the easiest way to do it. And this will stay in your refrigerator for a long time. So just seal it up nicely with a saran wrap in the interior part, and just tuck it away in your refrigerator. Now the second option is you could take some Korean doenjang, Korean soybean paste, and take some Korean GoChuJang, and you basically take equal parts of these two, and you just mix it up, and you drizzle some sesame oil and some toasted sesame seeds, as you could see in the footage next to me, and that's super simple to make. I also like to recommend using dark miso paste if you are not accustomed to having Korean doenjang. And basically this has a deeper, more sort of heavier taste, and this is more on the lighter side. Miso is a little bit on the lighter side, and how I would compare it is kind of like cheese. The stinkier cheese has more depth and taste, and the less stinkier cheese has, you know, the more forward clean taste. So that's kind of my analogy for Korean soybean paste called doenjang, and miso paste that you could commonly find at any Korean and Japanese grocery stores. And the third option is having a medley of vegetables and sauteing it lightly in a frying pan, and adding your GoChuJang and your miso paste or doenjang. Now, I'm going to add bacon to mine. I know, so yum. But you don't have to add bacon, especially for my vegetarian friends. But you could also use ground beef or ground turkey or ground chicken. And it just adds a little bit of a protein texture to the Ssamjang that you could have. And it is super delicious. So this is a great vegetable condiment to make. And let's get started. Hi. So as with all of my recipes, please visit my website at modernpepper.com for a list of all the ingredients and recipe instructions. Okay, so let's get started. So we need to make sure that the frying pan is nice and hot. Okay. And the first thing we're going to add is the bacon. The bacon's going in. So saute your bacon until all the fat has rendered on medium to high heat for a couple of minutes. So it has been about a few minutes, and the bacon is nice and brown, and that's what we want. And I am just tilting my pan like so, and I am just tilting my pan like so because I'm going to get rid of the bacon fat. And I know, we all love bacon fat, but we have to be somewhat conscious of our calorie intake. So I'm going to take out most of the bacon fat. So I left just a little bit of the bacon fat to saute our vegetables. Look how pretty that looks. And this is how much bacon fat that we extracted. So it has rendered really nicely. Now we will add some onions and some fresh garlic. And please, please, please do not use those pre-chopped garlic that comes in a jar that's like vinegary. Do not use that. Please use fresh garlic. And we're going to saute this lightly. My heat is at super high, so I'm going to lower to medium now. And then I'm going to add some carrots. And then I'm going to add some Korean peppers. These are semi-sweet, and you can find these at any Korean grocery stores. Now, if you are not near a Korean grocery store, any semi-sweet peppers will do. Just make sure to remove all the seeds aside. Now, if you want an extra kick, then of course you should use jalapeno, okay? So my heat is at medium now, and I'm just basically trying to sweat out the vegetables. We're not really trying to cook it too much, just sweat it out a little bit. And notice how the bacon is getting darker. Oh, it's going to be so yummy. I mean, you don't even need to make Korean barbecue to have this bacon Ssamjang condiment with your lettuce wrap. And then I'm going to add the green onions. And when you use green onions, make sure to also use the white part as well. I know a lot of people don't use the white part and they just discard it, but use it. It has a lot of sweet flavor. And now to our main ingredients. So this is half a cup of miso paste and half a cup of GoChuJang. Now, if you want to make it less spicy, by all means, add less GoChuJang and more miso or doenjang. And my heat should be at low, and we just want to basically blend in the two paste with our vegetables. Oh, this looks so yummy. We're just lightly just heating up the miso paste and the GoChuJang with our vegetables and our bacon. Oh, wow. I'm getting so hungry. So your heat is at low, and we're just using the heat of the frying pan and the vegetables to just incorporate the doenjang and the GoChuJang together. And then we're going to add some black pepper, just a little bit. Oh, goodness. Oh, it smells so good too. So I just want to show you how it looks. Look at that. You can see all the vegetables, and you can see the brown bacon bits here and there. And just imagine that in your mouth with some Korean rice and with some lettuce. I mean, that just makes me want to eat a big bowl of rice with it. Now, when you have Ssamjang, it's critical to have Korean rice with it. So make sure to watch my video number 3 called Korean Rice for Hangry Souls. I know, it's funny, but make sure to watch that. And so also, if you want to have this with traditional Korean bulgogi, make sure to watch video number 4. It has marinades for chicken, pork, and for my vegetarian friends, mushroom, and of course beef bulgogi. Okay, so make sure to watch that video. And this is ready. It's nice and hot and steamy, and we're gonna transfer it to a bowl. So look at this. this is what we just made. I'm gonna let this cool down, and while this is cooling down, we're gonna make some cucumber and scallion salad. And this cucumber and scallion salad is commonly served with the Ssamjang condiment to make your lettuce wrap, because the cucumber gives it a really nice refreshing taste in your lettuce wrap. And then of course the green onions adds just a lot of flavor. I would highly recommend using Kirby. If you can't get any Kirby cucumbers, I would get Persian cucumbers or English cucumbers. And then if you can't get those, just use regular cucumber, but make sure to sort of scoop out the rough seeds in the inner core. So we're going to use Kirby cucumbers for today's recipe. Cut the ends off like so, and we're just going to go around and take off just sections of the skin. Not entirely all together, but just a little, because the skin of the cucumber could taste a little bit bitter. So we're just trying to remove it a little bit like that. And then just slice it thin like so. And then put it in your mixing bowl. And then repeat the process. I wish you could smell this. The smell of cucumber is just so refreshing and fragrant, and it smells sweet. Okay, now to our scallions. I'm going to use 3 scallions. We're going to cut the root ends off, and then we're going to cut it in half. So first we're going to work with this part. We're going to cut it in half again, and then we're going to hold it at this angle and bunch it all together, okay? And this cut does not have to be perfect. We're just going to cut it like so that we're just cutting the green lettuce into sort of strips, rough strips, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, just so that it releases the juices and the smell of the scallion. And then we're going to add that in here. And then for the white base part, we want to just take your knife and just try to cut it right down the middle, split it in half like so, and then cut it, and then that's it. And it goes in here. Same thing, and just repeat the process. And again, this is to release the natural sweetness of the scallions, and also to make sure that the rest of the ingredients that we add to this marinates nicely with this. Now on to our marinade. We're gonna add a ½ tablespoon of vinegar, and I'm using brown vinegar. Any mild vinegar will do. And some black pepper. And we're using Korean pepper flakes. 1 teaspoon of Korean red pepper flakes. Now, if you like it a little bit spicier, I would take some cayenne pepper and just put just a little. And we all know how intensely hot cayenne pepper is, so just go easy on it. Just a little bit of toasted sesame seeds. Just a little bit. And then we're gonna add a pinch, 2 pinches of salt. And that's probably roughly about ½ teaspoon. And then drizzle some sesame oil. And that's about 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. And then we're gonna take, you could use your hands to toss it by all means, or a small tong. You know, if you've seen my other videos, I cannot cook without my Korean disposable kitchen gloves. And then just mix it like this. So this is served fresh, but as it sits at the dinner table while you're enjoying your dinner or lunch with your friends, this will start to also break down, and then it'll taste a little bit different. But oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. The smell of the cucumbers and the scallions with the vinegar and the sesame oil just takes it to another level of this aromatherapy. Oh, it smells so good. I wish I could feed you. But anyway, this is super easy, as you can see. And as mentioned earlier, all of my video recipes will be on my website at modernpepper.com, where I will have a list of all the ingredients with detailed instructions on how to make this salad and the Ssamjang. Okay. Now this is the bacon vegetable Ssamjang that we just made, and we're going to drizzle some sesame oil like so. Oh, look at that. I wish you could smell this, the fragrance of the sesame oil with the Ssamjang smell. And then we're just gonna, for garnishing, just a little bit of toasted sesame seeds. And for my lady friends that are on no starch diets, this is a really good yummy vegetable dish to have. I mean, this with some fresh vegetables is a great snack and a great filler, especially when you're craving something salty and garlicky, but you don't really want to have a big meal. So this is a great alternative. Now we're gonna make a lettuce wrap. So lettuce wrap is supposed to be bite-sized. So take a small piece of your lettuce of choice, break off the root end, and you could add, you know, your medley of vegetables that you want to use. So I'm using perilla leaves. This is called Kkaennip in Korean. And you don't have to use that if you don't want to. And then we're going to add some crown daisies. And if you don't live nearby a Korean market, this is probably hard to find. So you could just use arugula or frisee. And we're going to add just a little bit of rice because it has to be bite-sized, like so. And just to make it a little bit luxurious, I'm going to add a little bit of avocado. So just imagine this taste in your mouth. Medley of crunchy lettuce with Korean rice and some avocado, creamy avocado. And we're going to take a little bit of our Saamjang that we made with bacon and vegetables and make sure we pick up some of the sesame oil, and we're going to add it like so. Oh my goodness, look how good that looks. And we're going to add our cucumber and 1 piece of scallion, and we're going to fold it over and then just roll it like so to create a bite-sized lettuce wrap. Just imagine this in your mouth. The creamy texture of the avocado with Korean rice and the Ssamjang that is loaded with so many flavors of bacon and other vegetables, and the spiciness of the GoChuJang and the saltiness of the miso paste with refreshing cucumber, all just a medley of delicious flavors in your mouth. I hope you try this at home. Can I feed you? Can you say ah, ah? Now this is Korean rice. As I mentioned earlier, do check out my video number 3 on how to make Korean rice. And you don't need to make Korean rice every day. That video recipe includes information on how to cook it and freeze it in small portions so that you could have it whenever you need it and not have to make Korean rice from scratch if you live in a household where you're the only one that eats Korean rice. Now, you could also have it this way. A bowl of hot rice with our bacon and vegetable medley Ssamjang, and just put a little bit on and just mix it up. Oh my goodness. And a drizzle of sesame oil. I just want to make a perfect bite for you. Can you say yum? Can you taste the bacon with the GoChuJang and miso paste and vegetables and Korean rice? Oh goodness, if I could feed you through the computer, I would. Say yum. Thanks again for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would greatly appreciate a like button, and most importantly, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we could continue to cook together, and that also I could continue to make these videos for you. Until next time, happy eating and bye now.